Are you guys scared of snakes? Let me know below if you are scared of snakes. But these are some of the reasons why people are so scared of snakes. One is social media influence and cultural side of it. People do associate with these guys as being, evil, negative, and also dangerous, which is understandable. From cultural side of that, it is very understandable, and it really does come down to films portraying them as, evil, and also stories like in myths, they believe that, these guys are negative, but in reality, these guys are genuinely shy and also very much do not want to be in your face. They don't want to strike. They don't want to do nothing. But, all in all, watching reaction videos of people being scared of snakes also comes into the media side of stuff. So, I wouldn't really be fearing these guys anytime soon, as these guys generally want to be away from you. They don't want any conflict of you. They don't want to even be around you, let alone strike at you. It takes longer for them to produce anything to, bite or strike first. They're not the type to go straight in. Yes, people get really emotionally feared when they're watching other people on social media be scared of these sort of things, when in reality there's no need to be. But just like social media also do betray other animals like spiders, sharks, that sort of stuff, into us being scared of them. But like I say, you don't need to be scared of them. So that is reason number one. And reason number two is learnt behavior. So when I talk about learnt behavior, observing a close family member or friends inhabiting intense fear around snakes is a common way to develop the same phobia. Children often learn to respond from their parents or other significant adults through observation on negative, side of snakes. So it is a very common thing for, if you see a friend or you see someone else being scared of these beautiful things, of course you're going to fear the same thing, because it is a taught behavior. So it's like, for example, when you see, your dad or your mum being scared of spiders, and you've seen that, of course you're going to, learn that behavior and learn to be scared of, spiders. Whereas if you had a traumatic experience, which is another reason. Now, when it comes to traumatic experiences, I'm talking about, being bitten or traced by a snake. That can also really heavily influence, people to be scared of them. But in reality, these guys do not want to strike at you. They don't really want to do that. Yes, some species of snakes are venomous and yes, are harmful, which does also play a little bit of a factor as to why we should be scared of them. But again, the facts are we should not entirely be scared of them, because snakes are very shy. They don't want to be around humans. They are more scared of us than we are them. And it's the same myth when it comes to, spiders. When people hear the word, when you're asleep, you're eating spiders because they crawl in your mouth. No, that's not true. Spiders don't crawl into your mouth. And even if they wanted to, they know that it's one way in, no way out. So why would a spider want to crawl in your mouth when they know that it's only one way in, no way out? Simple, And it's the same with snakes when we portray them as dangerous and aggressive, that they always are wanting to strike. That's not a true factor. Yes, they can be aggressive when they're threatened or when provoked, yes. But when they're not being provoked and they're not being threatened, then they're not going to do nothing to you. So I don't know why you would want to have that fear if you never had any bad interactions. And it does really stem from social media / learned behavior, and just in general through stories. When we hear about stories about snakes being aggressive and negative, then yes, we associate that, and then we get taught to be scared. But is there really any, reason to be scared of these guys? No. Enjoy them. So, that is all I can really say on that. But there is one thing I also did forget to say, that actually in reality, some people do, believe it or not, when they're around a snake, in a presence of a snake, in an environment, then yes, they build up, that anxiety more, which then increases them to be more scared of snakes, even though that snake is not harming that person or doing anything dangerous around them. People still feel scared around snakes. But let me know what your thoughts are below, and let me know, did you ever have a bad experience with snakes? Does this video help you understand where the fear does come from? If so, let me know, and like and subscribe. Otherwise, you'll get 10 years of bad luck as this snake will strike. Peace.